The sun moves into Sagittarius and the moon will move into Aries today, bringing in that fire energy, an energy that encourages transformation and growth, that will refine us and strengthen us, an energy that fills us with passion, that fuels us with enthusiasm on our path forward. Now, we'll also have some challenges to deal with today. And if we take the time to look at those challenges on closer observation, you may be able to connect prior actions to the actions you are contemplating taking at this very moment, bringing in a new kind of wisdom, insight into the why behind your actions and thoughts. It gives you clarity on your steps forward and how to react to some things a little differently to get the success, to get the feedback, to get the buy-in that you have been looking for all along. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the cosmic energies. Together, we can gain an understanding how to embrace this energy, utilize this energy, and move forward today and every day. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thanks for being here. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. And welcome to your daily focus for November the 22nd, 2023. So we'll start with the numerology. We have the 22 energy, the rock star of all numbers in numerology. It is about cutting away what no longer matters in our life, no longer belongs, no longer brings in the energy that we need in order to go forward. It's about making a commitment to ourselves and then showing up and being present to that commitment, giving it the focus and the attention that it needs. And watch your path set on fire. Now, if we look at the numerology of the day, it's a little funky today because it's an 11 plus a 22 plus a 7, which is a 40 energy. We rarely get a 40 energy under a daily focus. So the 40 energy, it's a good time to plan, okay? It's a planning period. It's making the budget, building a home, starting a business, stepping into a relationship, growing that relationship to a deeper level. Okay, we can introduce new techniques and new action plans, like something maybe we've never done before, but we've heard of it or we've invented it perhaps. And we have to really watch our spending, our money habits, our financial dealings. Okay, we have to handle our money quite wisely under this energy. Now, 4 plus 0 is a 4. And the 4 energy is about making sure that we have a strong foundation on which to build. The 4 energy is here to, ask us if all of our ducks are in a row. The 4 energy is about home and family and growing it into a safe haven, a place of comfort. Okay, the astrology for the day, the energy, of course, changes completely today because the sun moves into Sagittarius. I think it's about 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then by lunchtime, we'll have the moon moving into Aries. Now, Sagittarius Sun brings in a desire to connect with something larger than ourselves. We gain courage, we gain confidence to expand our horizons. We become optimistic. And the moon in Aries is a time to begin new projects. Look out for new opportunities. Now, I'm pretty sure Saturn and the Sun are in the process of squaring each other. And Venus isn't getting along with Saturn or Chiron today. So we have a lot of bickering going up in that sky. So we will have our lessons. We will have our learning experiences coming in. And under the 22 energy, it's really how we are decisive in our decisions on how we are going to go forward when we get these little bumps in the road, when we get these challenges in front of us. So we don't want to look away from this. Okay? It's important to be conscious of your thoughts. We're going to be less confident about pretty well every area of our life. So it's up to each and every one of us to remind ourselves of the beauty, our strength, our courage, our accomplishments, our talents, our abilities. And I'm sure I've told you to write down those things before, so just grab that piece of paper now, if you will. because you're going to need it for the 22nd. When we feel anxiety creeping in, we do not want to turn away from it. We do not want to bury it. But, and especially bury it in just positive thoughts. Start saying affirmations like, go away, go away, go away. It doesn't work that way. Really what we have to do is we have to look in the eye. We have to understand the fear or the anxiety and where it stemmed from. So let's say you're going about your day and the phone rings and you automatically tense up. Okay? Now, if you're sitting there and you're trying to, sell somebody on an idea or, grow a relationship a little bit deeper, you're spending time bonding with somebody and that phone rings and you do this, okay, it kind of, puts a bump in what you were doing. Okay, so stop then and say, now why do I react like that when the phone rings? It's just a phone ringing. I know it's just a phone ringing. And if you look back upon your life, maybe there was a time in your life when you were, having bad financial matters in your life. Everything was going awry. And every time the phone rang, it seemed to be a bill collector. And you hated answering the phone because you knew it was going to be a bill collector on the other end of the phone. Okay, so now you think, okay, well, no, I'm in pretty good standings right now. There shouldn't be any bill collectors phoning me. And if they are, well, I want to talk to them because they're dead wrong. And so now we look forward to the phone ringing because, if it's something to set something right in my life, I'm ready for it. Bring it on. Or perhaps you're going back a little bit farther, and this is when the principal was constantly phoning your parents and giving them a report of what an unruly child you were. And so you knew that you were going to get punished the minute that phone rang. You just knew it was the school again. They were going to tell on you for, sticking a stick in Johnny's eye or something, And so we get this tense like we're going to be punished or hurt in some way, and we withdraw right away from our environment, even though it's just a phone ringing. So it could be on something like that, and that seems like it's a small scale, but if you have that anxiety every time your phone goes off, people notice it in your body. Like, why are you so afraid of your phone? It's just your phone going off. Relax there, buddy. Because it builds on us. Every time we experience it, we grow that feeling that much more. And instead of it just being a little like, oh no, this can't be good, we get this anxiety. We get this fear inside of us. So understand where you are feeling that anxiety or that fear, like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to pay the bills this month. Well, what is that fear? What is that anxiety? Where does it come from? Do you not have enough money? Well, let's look at our spending habits. Can we change our spending habits somehow to have enough money going forward? Can we brush up our resume and get a part-time job or a second job or a first job even? Can we start our own business and start creating a money stream that way? Till we relax because there is no money problems. That was a long time ago and we're being silly about it. So it's really analyzing, okay? It's really analyzing why you have anxiety, why you have fear, why you pull away, why you shut down in certain times. And I think these are going to be small challenges. I don't think they're going to be ginormous, but it's what you do with that challenge. The 22 energy is watching. The 22 energy wants to gift you a new tomorrow. So are you recognizing that old, outdated fear or anxiety within you and doing something about it and changing it? Understanding it. When you understand it, when you look it in the eye, you really take away its power. Okay. Let's go to the cards. Okay, these guys want to go over here. They don't want to be part of the reading, so I'm going to allow it. We've got the King of Wands as our underlying energy, though. So this is about not holding back until everything is right, everything is perfect. Okay, remember that we do have the moon going into Aries, so we want to start something new. We want to step into something. We want to be that independent. We want to be that pioneer. So this makes sense that this is the underlying energy. I love this king because he shows up half the time without his kingly robes on, his official crown. He just wants to get to work. He wants to figure out the plan, do a great kind of strategy, and then let's take it from here and see how it goes. Now, that doesn't mean that we're hoping that something will happen down the road. We know something will happen down the road, but we are more flexible to, or more mutable, should I say, to change directions, to add something in, to take something out, to modify it in some way so that we are getting where we're going. So it's 1, 2, 3 steps, and then we stop and we look at our 1, 2, 3 steps, and where was I successful? Where did I drop the ball? What do I have to, is it my time? Is it my energy? Is it my resources that's throwing me off kilter? You know, look at these things. Is it an emotional thing that is throwing me off kilter? Am I thinking too much from the heart and not enough from logic? Or am I got too much logic going on here and I got to include the heart because that's where my intuition is, that's where my gut feeling is, and it's saying something different than my brain is. We have for our first card, our happily ever after. Look at this. This is our first card, our happily ever after. This is going to be on our minds today. Or we need to intentionally put it in our minds today. Of that best life ever. And add detail to it. Grow it bigger and add detail to it. Just keep expanding it, expanding it, expanding it. Okay, you say, I want money. For what? Well, you know, I want a nice home for my family and I want a car in the driveway. Okay, what do they look like? Not the family, the house and the car. What colors? Is there a front door? Is the landscaping done? What kind of front door do you have? Is it like a red painted one? Is it a metal one? Is it a double door to open up? Is it like all wood and everything, or does it match the brick perfectly in some way? What kind of shingles you got on it? What kind of roof? Maybe it's a metal roof. Maybe it's covered with solar panels. What does the roof look like? What are you wearing? What do you look like? Start growing your dream. If it's a business, then don't look at the first day when you're opening up the door for those 5 people who heard about you, but look at a year later and there's 20 people waiting at the door as you're going to turn the key to open it. Open the door for the business for the day. We have the 5 of Swords. So here's where people might say things to us that we don't necessarily agree with. And so with this picture, we're kind of taking a stance. Like, you know, I've got my walls around me and I just want you to go away. Which is probably not the healthiest thing to do. Yes, we want certain walls up, but we also want to be flexible enough to let those walls down if what they're saying is something that we agree with, something that we harmonize with, something that makes sense to us. But some people come in and they just criticize. They just try and pull you down. And those kinds of people, the walls go higher. And we stand in our truth. And we don't let people push us one way or another, but we stand our ground and walk our path the way we see it. We embrace life the way we were intended to embrace life. How we want to embrace life. How we are going to celebrate life on our own terms. And then we have the wish card. So it is about making those wishes. It is about thinking about, it's really thinking about the dream. Okay, and the moon is out of Pisces, so that kind of throws me on that, but it really is about, maybe it's the dream that you saw through the Pisces moon, and now it's the action plan to actually go there, to actually try it, to actually step into it. To stop making it the dream world and the thought process and the fantasy world and start actually doing and seeing what becomes tangible, seeing what you can bring into reality, seeing what steps that you can take to actually make that something in your life, to manifest it in your reality going forward. Need a little sip of water. Oh. Okay, we will get an oracle card. And we have trust your own understanding, 32. 3 plus 2 is a 5. Now 5 energy is very much about letting your creativity flow. It's very much about bringing in happiness and giggles and laughter and sunshine into your world. And just trust your own understanding. So very much where we were sitting there with the swords around us, our walls, to either raise or lower depending on who it is and what they're saying. I think this just continues on. The information you are receiving is reliable and accurate. Look deeply into the situation before making any commitments. You have the foresight and ability to discern that there is more here than meets the eye. Everything will be revealed at the appropriate time. Don't feel the need to prove yourself. Be patient. Allow things to unfold as they will. Trust in your own observations and knowledge, for they hold your truth. I think that even had with a lot of our challenges. I think the challenges will be quite small today, but it could be very meaningful and ginormous going down the road. You know, maybe you cough and you go, oh, I gotta quit smoking. Okay, well, what's preventing you from quitting smoking? And why do you smoke? And it might have been that you just grew up in the era when it was cool to smoke. And everybody was smoking. Maybe it's a stress thing. Maybe that's when you finally get your moment of quiet. When you say, excuse me, I gotta go out and have a cigarette. And you get away from all the chatter and all the busyness and just sit in your quiet world for a few minutes. So you can do that without the cigarette. Right? Just tell them you're going for a cigarette. You don't actually have to light it. They'll be none the wiser. Okay, our animal is, the penguin is back. Authentic. Of course, I didn't give it the lead into the authentic like yesterday. Okay, we have, come on, bring it in nice and clear for me, please. Or not, you know. It's kind of up to you guys. Okay, well, if you want to see it held up and reading it, then play yesterday's again because it worked. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations and just be yourself. So that one card that we had here, it was the middle one, the Five of Swords. Okay, there was a lot of energy within our oracle card and our animal card to talk about. You know, it's just their opinion. Be careful what opinions you take in and you carve into stone and make them, you know, your truth to live by. Be very discerning when it comes to that kind of knowledge coming in. And really think it out. Does it fit for me? Does it fit my reality? Does it fit my values? Does it fit my truth? Does it fit my path going forward? Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.